Don't just consume the content, but become the content. Become the content. You know, I forgot to do the Speakpipe last episode, so we're going to do that real quick.
Please leave a message after the tone.
At the tone, please record your message.
Leave a message. Beep.
Message.
Go to canarycry.newstalk.com. You'll see a green tab somewhere, either on the right side or on the bottom somewhere. And click on it. It'll give you a pop-up that asks you to record a message that you can record. Send a voice message to Basil and Gons. And you can say hi to us. You can encourage listeners. You can thank producers or just give a hearty think outside the cage. So do that and we can play the message for you. We, we had a message from Dame Miss G. Hold on, let me try to find it. Yeah. We were supposed to play this last episode, but forgot about it. I'm sorry, Dame Miss G. So I'll play it now.
Hello, Basil and Gons. This is Dame Miss G of the OV in Deep Rivers, and I have a meetup report for you guys. On Saturday, we met in Arnprior at a coffee shop, and my parents and I met up with another family, Cody and his mom, and we were talking so much that we forgot to document it with a voice memo or a picture, but here I am doing a meetup report for you guys. It was lovely chatting all things conspiracy and government, politics, Catholic Church, our testimonies, how we found Canary Cry. It was lovely chatting. And another family was supposed to be there, but they weren't able to make it this time, but we hope that they can make it next time. And we hope to meet somewhere closer to Ottawa next time, sometime before the holidays. So we hope that that works out and that more people are able to join us and come on out. Otherwise, we will chat and fellowship together. Have a great show today, guys, and chat with you soon.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that report. And yeah, it sounds like it was a good time. It's always fun when you meet people for the first time, but there's a premise, there's an agreed upon premise. So you can bring topics up and not feel like you're being chastised or criticized or ignored, which happens a lot. And it's unfortunate, but I've had many experiences in the last decade or so, maybe decade and a half, where I come across some information. I'm really not stoked about it, but I just need to converse about it. I just need to process it. And having people open enough to have a conversation with you is one thing, but having it with somebody who understands where you're coming from is very important. And that's part of building the community here and creating all the local connections that you need as just people out there, with just people that are near you physically, geographically. That is very important. So thank you very much, Dame Miss G, for leading the charge there out in Ottawa. It sounds like you guys want to do another one real soon. So if you're in that general direction, definitely connect with Dame Miss G and, figure out another meetup happening in the next few weeks. So thank you for the report. All right, let's do some audio production.
Audio production. Productions.
I have so many tabs and windows and different things that sometimes I get lost in what I'm supposed to be doing. But we're doing some audio production, which is producers who come in using their talent, giving us different files of audio, whether they be jingles or ISOs or something along those lines. And we're back to Brother G. He sent us 54 different ISOs and jingles and, all the stuff. So we're going to play some. Again, I'm having a hard time keeping track of which ones we've played. So let's go with this one. Locust Prehistoric DNA.
The locust prehistoric DNA has made them stronger than they should be. They're multiplying like crazy, and they're not dying. What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward. What about I'm a reptoid clone?
I'm a reptoid clone of John Wayne and Elvis.
Is Alex saying he is or there is? Oh, I don't know. What about nightmares? This sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, who knows what nightmares we have created.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, with all the cloning going on that we don't know about. Pretty sure owns spaghetti-handed robot arms. Yeah, I'm sure there's some real wild, crazy things happening out there. Thank you very much, Brother G. We will continue to play some of those ISOs and jingles that you provided there. So appreciate it. Let's move on to art.
One art, please.
And we kick it off with Dame Allie of the Skillet Nation. Where are you, Dame Allie Button? There you are.
One art, please. One art, please. Another one from Allie now. Here it is.
New British PM Rishi Sunak, a Dame Ebony Blaze haiku. Richer than King Charles, he, quote, is the establishment and, quote, an inside man. Stanford and Oxford educated. Career start, New York Goldman Sachs. Plus, bucks by marriage. Wife's dad founded Infosys. Bequeathed self-made wealth. Former I don't know that word. Exchequer? Chancellor? Treasury Secretary, Parliament member, visited palace, had photo op with King Charles. Glimpse of the future. Yes, and Ali has created a portrait of the new British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, and accompanying it was the haiku by Dame Ebony Blaze there. And gosh, what is that word? Exchequer. Somebody in the chat tell me how I pronounce that. Exchequer? Yeah, I don't know. I am not familiar with that word. This is another one of those words I don't think I've come across at any point in my English adventures. But I'm sure it's something. I can look it up. But anyway, thank you very much, Dame Allie and Dame Ebony Blaze. Yes, this is a portrait of PM Sunak. Very well done. He's got a bright smile, just a little bit of the crow's feet around the eyes, just lightly, straight teeth, good smile. And you zoom into those eyes, and what you see there is not whole. It's very vertical looking eyes there. So thank you very much. Next up, we have Sir Dove, Knight of Rosbotia.
One art piece from Dove.
A note, piece for today's artwork. I made a sticker design for the Lieutenant Governor currently running for Senator of my state, John Fetterman. Yes, we reported on John Fetterman. He was the guy who's attached to a machine that decodes words for him because he can't understand words or something. I forget the exact thing, but he's definitely, semi-cybernetic. For today's artwork, I made a sticker design for the Lieutenant Governor currently running for Senator of my state, John Fetterman. The debate between him and Dr. Oz was last night, and it was honestly painful to watch. We have to always remember to pray for these people. Amen to that, Sir. That is very important. Yeah, these politicians and these people, we tend to it's easy and fun sometimes to, create caricatures out of them and talk about them in that way. But they are human beings, but they did decide to be in this line of profession, which comes along with it an entire persona and whatnot. So also, if the choices are Fetterman and Dr. Oz for my senator, seems like a pretty good time to get on up out of this state. Sir Dove, I'm telling you, there's not going to be many places to go as things unfold here. He continues, but I made an illustration of him as Boba Fett after the cyborg story you did on him last week. Hope you guys like it. Keep doing what you do, and I'll keep praying for you. And yeah, that's what he did. the picture here, it says vote Boba Fetterman. Boba Fetterman. And it's Boba Fett with his helmet off, and you can see clearly that it is actually John Fetterman under that mask or the helmet there. He's holding a laptop in his hand, an Apple laptop. At the bottom it says canarycry.party. And I hear he's a very, very tall man. So yeah, and interestingly enough, I know Dove, you had a little extra note there, Dove, that I know we're not going to report here, but I was at lunch the other day out in public, and the people next to us, I wasn't eavesdropping. They were just very loud, and they were talking about Fetterman, and they were saying how this guy is like 6'8", and he's just and then they start talking about football. But I was like, did they just mention John Fetterman, the cyborg senator guy running? It's happening, folks. People are really, starting to recognize what is happening to our society. And so is Sir Dove. And he documents all of it in such an interesting way with this art, as do the other producers. Thank you very much, Sir Dove, Knight of Respeltia. All right. And let's see. What is this thing here? Oh, boy. Okay, we have a thing here from Jared C. Okay, all right. We almost didn't do this, but I decided to let's just include it here. Jared C. sent us a note, and he said, "Longtime listener and supporter, first time emailer. I was fooling around with the Dawn AI art generator. That's DAWN, Dawn AI." Art generator app and came up with some cool pics. The prompts included Canary Cry NewsTalk, Basil and Gons, Flippy, Nephilim, Antarctica, Hive Mind. Love the show and very happy to be part of the community. Just wanted to send them your way. Enjoy in Christ, Jared. Thank you, Jared. And yeah, these are very interesting pieces because they're eerie. They're strange and eerie, and it makes me very uncomfortable that these AIs are pulling stuff off the internet and creating these images. This first one here, he sent us a bunch. I have a couple here to highlight. There's two people or two birds, I guess. They're sort of, the whole AI art generation thing where they're not clearly birds, but they're kind of abstractified birds. There's a blue one and kind of a red one, and they're standing there, and off in the back it's sort of a dream landscape, like a light green, like a lime green and more turquoise colored landscape, and there's one giant mountain in the back that kind of has a peak of sort of like a head, and it's got tentacles coming off the top and what looks like some kind of all-seeing eye mountain, and then it says Canary Cry NewsTalk podcast, Basil and Gons, Flippy, Nephilim. That's what it pulled up. So yeah, the AI, Dawn AI, took all of the words we've ever spoken about those topics and created an image, and it's eerie. I don't like where this is headed. Also, another one here where it has two people, presumably that's Basil and Gons, standing there. Again, makes me feel very uncomfortable to be depicted in the AI world. And it looks like we're in Antarctica or some icy region that has some floaty devices as well as floaty parts of the ice kind of thing going on. I don't know. Looks weird. Don't like it. And then another one that similar, just two people backpacking in Antarctica. Their backs are to where the camera would be, I guess, to the image. And then that big mountain in the back again. I wonder if the mountains are just literal mountains that the controllers just put in front of us every single time we try to do something. It's like, oh, you want a YouTube channel? Here, climb this mountain. And then there's another one where it looks like another, just two guys. One that looks like he's got a blonde hair and some kind of bandana over his face. I don't know, man. This is so weird. And it's got like a bug thing and then a robot UFO machine thing in the back. And then there's another one similar to that with a bunch of flying things. Very interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you for totally creeping me out today. Jared C. Appreciate you. Yeah. And we will do it in case by case when it comes to AI generated art, because it is just one of those things where you type in stuff and then the internet does it. You're not really making the art. You're sort of collecting, you're leveraging the system and the information highway, the network, to come up with these images. So I don't know if it's exactly art, but it's okay. In this case, I wanted to share it because it was interesting and creepy, for that matter. All right, we have a microfiction.
Microfiction.
By Wrong Smash. Chris ducks into the import shop to try escaping the cameras and screens, and nonchalantly tries looking at the Yee shoes. Yay shoes. And Akon neckties, but a speaker begins blaring something about a super spreader. He has no choice but to run from the city. Yeah, I guess, when they start making those smart cities, what's going to happen when there's a super spreader? I don't think they're going to flee the city. I think they're all going to go into their pods in the city. Hey, everybody go to your pods, hook up to the internet. Oh, and we have all these devices and stuff to make the experience more seamless. That's what I think is going to happen. But very good job on the microfiction there, Wrong Smash. Appreciate it.